Let's redesign the Formula 1 2025 grid. Part 2. Hello, I'm Drooper Designs, a visually impaired gamer, streamer and livery designer, and a few weeks ago I started this little mini-series where we're redesigning the Formula 1 2025 grid. We started off with the Stake and the Williams going in reverse championship order from 2024. So today we're going with the VCARB and the Haas. First up, the Visa Cash App Racing Bulls RB 2025 rip-off Red Bull car. Let's do it! So here we have my take on the VCARB for this year, the Visa Cash App RB, or whatever it is called. It's quite similar in that we've got quite a lot of the white, but I felt it really needed a bit of that blue, especially arcing back to using some of their heritage of the Toro Rosso and the Racing Bulls of the last few years, just keeping that blue in there, because blue is definitely identifiable with Red Bull. And I do feel that the current VCARB is definitely just a rip-off of the 2021 Turkish Grand Prix livery special. It's a carbon copy. It's the same car. So in the livery designer now, we can see all the little details that I've added and changed a little bit closer up. So starting off at the front wing, we've kept the big Red Bull logos and everything that is on the current car and the black front element of the front wing, and just changed up the blue to make it a little bit brighter and a little bit sharper on track. It's also a metallic blue, so it does shine and catch the eye a little bit. We've got this little pinstriping down the bottom of the car, which is similar to how the actual car is. It's got that little bit of blue in there, so we've kept the blue from the original car, but just added to it and just made it a little bit more prominent in the design. You'll also note there's a little bit of green in the design as well, which I feel complements the blue and the white and just adds a little extra element, and of course that green coming from the Cash App part of the sponsorship for the team. Now coming down the side of the car, you can see there's the massive Visa logo on the side of the side part and the little Red Bulls from the current design, but just inverted, so they're white bulls rather than the blue that they're using at the minute. This is actually the first design that I made in this mini-series. I didn't make them in order. I did it all on stream, and this was just the first one that got chosen. And I think it's one of my favourites so far in the ones that I've shown off. It's definitely eye-catching. It's definitely different from the current car, and I think a little bit better. But then I'm biased because I designed it. The blue and the white kind of arcing back to like the Can design where it was like silver. If I'd swapped this nose around so it was the white down the centre with the blue on the side, that would have added more to that like original Can design that they used to have. Which could have been a way I could have improved this design maybe, or something that we could do in the future maybe. But I'm really happy with how this looks. Let me know what you think of it down below. And now we can move on to the Haas. So here we have my take on the 2025 Haas design, changing it up a little bit and adding my own takes. I do actually quite like what they've done on the Haas this year, and so we haven't tried to change too much, but I feel kept the elements they've got. I've tried to add a few touches into the design from their older designs and some of their newer stuff as well, so let's get further into the detail. So here's a full look at my redesign of the Haas for this year. We've got the red, white and black elements and a little bit of grey in there as well, just to change it up and add a little bit more detail in there. Definitely lending toward like the red, white and black that they've used for so many years, and also lends towards the Toyota involvement as well in the team. So Haas this year have gone for a very angular design, a very aggressive looking design, which I quite like, and I've tried to replicate that with the design here. I've tried to design the front a little bit like some of their older cars, having just a black nose going into the white front crash structure, and I feel it's quite nice. I quite like it. Haas have gone for a very angular design this year, which we've then got that through every section really, and especially down onto the front wing with the angles and the white and red and black sections on there. Got the hair just behind the front wheels on the side of the cockpit here, which comes into a nice angled section which lends into the air intake for the side pod. Now further down on the side pod is the big Haas logo there on the side, and a silhouetted Haas logo in the black, kind of hidden behind everything, mainly because I really like that, having an element hidden within a design, just something more subtle and a little bit different, which I quite like. And then the white and black, like angled sections, as I say, keeping that kind of theme and just joining the two together, having the white on the top coming down. I've kept the rear wing quite similar to the real car, as they didn't really need much changing. I quite like the styling, as I've said, of the Haas, and just tried to add to it with my own elements as well. So that's been 8th and 7th in the standings from last year, the VCARB and the Haas. Let me know what you think of them both down in the comments. In a couple of weeks there's going to be another video with 6th and 5th, which will be Alpine and Aston Martin, so look forward to those and consider hitting the subscribe button if you want to come back to see that. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Let me know which manufacturer you're looking forward to seeing most. Have a wonderful day and keep plodding on.